we uplift our youth and everything that is said and done. And we cannot put this together without making sure we had a youth voice represented. And I'm not going to read all of her bio because her work speaks for itself. And she's going to give us, I'm going to ask you just to give her your attention as she comes forth. Angela Colón-Rentas is amazing, youth peer advocate, coach, trainer, so much more, that has an incredible story of resilience and so much more. Angela, come forward.
Mira, mami va a hablar. ¿Está acá?
Good afternoon. So yes, I am Angela Colón-Rentas, and I appreciate all you being here. So I will start off today with a quote, something someone told me 16 years ago. They told me, at just 14 years old, you are an old soul. That can be either or both a curse and a blessing. Today, I am still that old soul, yet I decided to turn my curse into a blessing. Nowadays, I am a bilingual, professionally credentialed youth peer advocate that took her personal experience of a 14-year-old in the juvenile justice system into a career to help and inspire hope and resiliency in others. When I think about amplifying equity in the peer support profession, I think about breaking the mold. To be more direct, that the mold has been broken, and we are now breaking cycles. Peer professionals are the bridge, the link that was missing between a person seeking support services traditionally inside an office, at times from a person who genuinely cares, wants to help, but simply cannot connect or relate. We peers are the professionals with the relatable lived experience. As human service providers, we get referrals and try our best to assist and support a family, indirectly or directly. Care managers connect and refer, pediatricians treat and assist, managers manage, supervisors supervise their staff, and peers are meeting families face to face in the field in a family-driven way. We all have part in this collaborative. This is why we all must have a certain level of respect for each other as individuals and for each other's professions. When I think about amplifying equity in the peer profession, I think about growth, mistakes, and opportunities. I think growth because of all the intergenerational trauma, racial inequities, economic disparities, we peers have survived. Our lived experience have taught us that no matter the adversity, not to give up and not to give in. It has taught us that it is okay to ask for help. It has taught us to speak up and be bold, to reflect and to be kind to ourselves and others. I think mistakes, because in my years as a credentialed peer advocate, I witnessed and lived many mistakes, yet I also witnessed many corrections. For example, in my personal experience, I enjoyed every single session with all of my families, the good, the not so good, and even the awkward. I could genuinely tell you all about the sessions, but doing notes, I admit that was not my strong suit for a while. I always tried to sound articulate. I went through 3 different methods and expectations while transitioning to FTSS CFTSS. Throughout this whole time, me being bilingual, I was trying to figure out how to write and note eloquently using words I didn't even know in either language. This because from where I come from, I felt the need to impress by using fancy words, or I would not be taken seriously as a professional. And yes, I still do struggle, but I have learned a few words along the way. Yet, at that time, my direct supervisor, Joshua Higgins, believed in me and told me, "You're amazing at what you do, Angela. You have a gift for this. Do not let the administrative things get in your way." If it were not for his leadership and coaching skills as a true peer supervisor, I probably wouldn't have lasted so long where I did. So, thinking about equity, peers do not overwhelmingly come from this world. But we are here because we decided to turn our curses into blessings. Youth peer advocates, some may not have ever been shown through true work ethic, but they are malleable, eager, and capable of learning and doing impactful things. In case you have not heard, most of us do not understand jargon, and our families do not either. And I lost my train of thought.
Doing good. You're doing great.
Thank you. Okay, all right, there we go. Okay, so we must be culturally aware and linguistically approachable. When I think about opportunity, I think it is a chance and a time for collaboration. Now, service providers and peers together can support more families in a trauma-informed, culturally responsible manner, because peers are professionals. Maybe you graduated college and you sympathize, have the best intentions with a family, but as much as you try, some families are not receptive. That is not a particular provider's fault. The relatable aspects are missing. Maybe you did not go to college, but you are a professional and can engage and have empathy because your lived experience helps you relate and you are still open to learning along the way. That is balance and opportunity. When I think Amplifying, I reiterate, we must continue spreading awareness of this profession and invest in our peers. We must take them seriously as the professionals that they are and can further become, and not set them up for failure, because we've had enough of that already. Peers need support, some administratively, others in the field, not to mention how to balance the vicarious trauma that comes with the profession when you are new in this field. That's why I believe peers should supervise peers. In my experience, there was no budget, no handbook of endless activities and coping skills. We used what we did not have yet to create a variety of activities and weekly sessions tailored independently to each family's need. That was not easy, but we did. Also, peers should not be working independently as a separate branch or be excluded from the team. When I think about equity here, I unapologetically worry. My hopes now and for the years to come are that no one looks down on peers or anyone or feel threatened by the peer role. I think everyone here has started a new job, made mistakes, learned, and grew along the way. I firmly believe in any career, a person's work, passion, and expertise speaks for themselves. And if you have outgrown the pot, I'll let y'all finish the rest. Peers should not be invited to a black tie event and intentionally be omitted that it is a black tie event. There should be value, grace, and constructive criticism. Just because someone is naive to their worth or potential does not mean you have the right to gaslight them and in turn continue cycles. I always say this, the professional stuff could be taught, but the lived experience cannot. Hold on. I got 2 more paragraphs. Thank you. So we may come from different cities, organizations, cultures, backgrounds, professions, but we still have one mission in common, and it is to help our families and participants be as successful and self-efficient as they can be. So I do not stand here before you all to try to separate our roles and each other, but to try to bring awareness and invite you all to genuinely join strengths and forces so we can help ourselves and our individuals, because we finally have the bridge, the missing piece of the puzzle, and with each other, each and every one of us working together cohesively and authentically, there is a higher chance of this magnificent puzzle to be completed. Let us work together, because we are all important. We all matter. And in this, let's try to change the world while we're at it. And then now you go. Thank you.